test things out, make sure everything sounds so-so. I probably sound really muted under the music, but hopefully I don't. But maybe I do. We're gonna pray now. I have to do this stuff I forgot to do earlier, because I'm a bad host. Apologies in advance. Because I'm gonna do a quick change of pace just to mess with stuff. Don't worry about the timer. I will be starting once I finish. As a matter of fact, I will be starting at around 7:30. I just have to get this garbo going. So, hey, never mind. It kept the time. Hallelujah. Just what the doctor ordered. It's been what seems like forever. So let us eventually navigate and find settings. Here we go, and we always keep the game going. Yeah. So let me adjust volume and that sort of deal. That way it's not terrible. Apologies. I figured I'd come more prepared, but then I remembered who I am. That didn't happen. Okay. Hopefully that's a bit better. It might be a bit too better the more I think about it, but I will have my co-host test. And I will be introducing my co-host here shortly, but welcome back. We've had a fairly decently long absence since last time on Dragon Ball Z. Last time we got our asses handed to us pretty dang hard. Lloyd was very unyielding. This map, to me, seems extremely unfair. I know it's winnable, it's just going to require a lot more brain power. And I wasn't expecting that. It's atrocious. Hard mode gears you up towards defensive armies, and then it's like, hey, lol, magic. And you're just like devastated, just like I am, because my magic fighting units suck compared to theirs. I mean, I got Pent and he's a god, but he only ties with the Valkyrie, so, you know, it's gonna be dicey. So, just to go over units, I know it's been a bit, we have Hector. He is the main character of this story, and rightfully so. He's the best lord. He is, mine's level 20. He excelled exceedingly well in strength as well as defense, and he usually does, those are his best growths, but the fact that, like, we nearly topped defense, for example, I thought was just lovely. His skill turned out better than I thought. His speed's a little so-so. I think it's perfectly workable. I don't believe he gains any promotion, buyer beware. But if he at least gets a couple of levels as Great Knight after he promotes, I feel like I should be able to have a viable way to kill the Fire Dragon if all else. Next we got Canas. I've always liked Canas. I remember unlocking him back when I was a kid, and didn't remember how I got the guide chapter at the time, and it took forever to realize that, keep the green unit alive. But I enjoy Canas. He's the only shaman/druid you get in the game. Only one that can use dark magic Sans Athos. Usually comes out decent. Mine came out... I came out kind of magic screwed, considering where he's at. I believe he comes with like a base magic of at least 8. So, and granted, I did early promote, but like, when you take into account druid promotion gains as well, it's easy to tell that his levels did not favor him in magic. Fortunately, speed was a different story. Our Canas actually turned out a bit speedy, but maybe it's also because he's a level 8 druid, but he's a staff utility. He's exactly where I want him to be. He's good for physic, good for status ailments. He can use the Dispense, but honestly, why? You really don't want to use Dispense or Fenrir. They are both absolutely god-awful. But he can use Luna, and he can use Flux, and he's good at healing. So, Canas, everybody. He's also died 4 times! Let that be known, he has cost me 4 bleeping resets! Oh, man, Canas, and probably more. Canas, I love ya, but... it hurts. Next we have Dart. I've always advocated using Dart, despite the fact of the expense, both money and sanity. But it's worth it, you know, when he's not being critical by Luna Druid. My Dart turned out to have fairly hefty attack, really good speed. His skill's very poor. It doesn't help that he uses axes, so yikes. Decent bulk and defense, considering what he is, and then shit resistance. I can't complain. I give him the boots, literally just so we can keep up. But otherwise, it's whatever. We do have a support with Geats, because her axe pros. Next we have Sane. Now, I ran a hard mode, Lin mode campaign off screen, because nobody wants to watch that. And I used the Knight's Crest. You're supposed to use on Wallace, or you're hinted at on hard mode. And I was like, fuck it. We promoted Kent. Kent's pretty fucking good. 19 strength, it could be a bit higher, but I'm not complaining. Paladin strength caps low in this game. Anyway, good skill, he can usually reliably hit, and at a speed of 17, while he's not going to double everything, he's going to double most of everything. He's been fairly reliable, he has died twice, but it wasn't until late game, one of those being a Maxime that was Super Saiyan. Good class with the Paladin, good move, good con, I mean, what more can I say? He's been a decent workhorse. I mean, I guess, only big complaint, I wish he had more HP. I feel like his hit point pool for this stage of the game is kind of lacking. Sane, I've used Sane in a similar guards to Kent, except worse. He's nowhere near as fast, he doesn't hit nearly as often, he's only a bit stronger, he's died on me as many times as Canas, and his hit point pool is smaller. Does he kill things? Yes. Was it worth training him? Debatable. Geats. Fucking love Geats. I had to train the Lords to level 50 to get Geats. He's gonna use a Fletch endgame. Like, I don't care, I'm getting S rank, despite how stupid that is on paper. He's a ward, but his stats are good speed, good strength. His con, while maybe not the best for axes, when it comes to heavier axes like Brave or Steel, it allows him to wield every single bow in the game without speed reduction. So, you know, S-class bows, y'all. Pent, it's Pent. You all know Pent, he's good, he joins good, you feed him some levels, he's good, he's Pent. Harkin, same deal. He could have gotten a little more speed, but it's Harkin, he's money. Then you have Jafar, again, money. He's gonna come in handy on Valkyries, and hopefully he won't get Berserk to kill my entire team. And then Farina, who I'm still debating at bringing instead of Raven, but Raven suffers luck and gets absolutely blasted by magic units, so I don't know. We're not gonna bring Nino, she's kind of a joke. We could bring Legal, but I feel like he'll fare just as bad against the Thieves, so yikes. Or Thieves magic users. Heath is also an option, and I probably will bring him just so I can get the village. Matter of fact, I might be... No, I'm not feeling it, but I probably will. And then Marcus. Marcus is Marcus. He's died 3 times. He's old. Low HP pool again. Issues. But he has high resistance, so he might be Mage Killer Marcus, because everybody else's resistance is really poor. Eric couldn't level a point of magical but once. And yeah, I've given up on getting, what's his nut, or what's her nut. I'm not getting Carla. It's not happening. Writing's on the wall. I could bring these two, though. I'm still bidding. But without further ado, I have been way too terrible, and I'm going to now introduce co-host into the mix, and we're going to get started officially. Apologies, we are back. I'm joined by this guy and the late sleeping Robin, who most likely will not talk but is there in spirit.
Only in spirit. Her body is currently passed out in the bed. Hi everybody, it is good to see you again.
So hopefully we actually win this time.
Yes, I do see all of you. No, it's not creepy.
It's not creepy. Farina, you're so terrible. I don't want to bring you at all. I'd rather bring Marcus. Marcus munitions. I could bring Hawkeye, but I don't have any hand axes. Don't you hate it when you run out of hand axes? So I go for cricket so that we're louder. FK, partial K. I feel like Marcus is
So here's a question.
maybe an answer.
While you play that, would you like to help me build a D&D character?
Maybe. I'm gonna turn down the GBA a bit.
I'll rubber
Actually,
duck some things off you.
I'll just turn you up. Maybe I should be better.
But the main idea here is I'm rebuilding an old favorite that I've played a couple times before, but who hasn't died yet. If you don't count... No, unfortunately, it's not a Fist Wizard. Although I think that the next Fist Wizard I play will probably be an Ancestors Barbarian. I'm really looking forward to that because Tasha's given me new options for building people who can punch you and use magic both. Including being able to take the unarmed fighting style on anyone, basically. Via a feat, as long as they're humans, and Elders are humans.
That actually could work out quite nicely.
Oh yeah. Right, but the character in question's Morgan Quinn, and he is my illusionist. Now I figured out that Misty Visions, the Warlock invocation that lets you cast Silent Image without expending a spell slot at will, well, that doesn't have any prerequisites. I mean, obviously you have to be a Warlock to take it, and you have to hit level 2 so you can have invocations. Except that's not true at all, because Taja came out. And that means that you can take a feat. Again, I like to play humans, and Morgan is one. You can take a feat that gives you a Warlock invocation as long as it has no prerequisites. Do you realize how useful being able to cast Silent Image all the time is for an illusionist?
I could see potential for cheese. That can be pretty decent.
I'm really looking forward to abusing the shit out of it. Mostly because I love my boy. Morgan is one of my sad boy characters, and I love him bunches because, you know, everybody loves their sad boy D&D character.
Fuck, I'm already regretting my choices I made. Holy shit, I'm regretting choices.
And yeah, Illusionist. Just because of the one feature you get for being an Illusionist subclass wizard, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go with Wizard this time too. To be fair, I don't have to change him up that much between playing him. He's pretty much the build for Morgan is set in stone, so really I just want to talk about my character with you. I wish you wouldn't.
I mean, figuratively.
Right, so it's actually a 14th level feature. And I don't necessarily expect the next time I play Morgan to get all the way up there. I should really be focusing in on the nearer picture. Although, I do know I don't think I want to go with Warlock. But this opens up the possibility that I might. But the thing is, I don't think that I like any of the patrons currently available for this particular case. Even though there is one perfect patron. And let me explain to you why. And that is a request for permission.
Oh no. That's under heavy debate. The council of my inner thoughts is in session. They're non-partisan, but they like the thing the girl does.
Magic. Magic boy, get to shoot.
They're trying to focus on what sort of bullshit they're going to have to do. Thank you! Like that next turn.
Knocked the shit out of you.
Well, the issue is my military is built predominantly around a physical defense. Hard mode gears you towards tanking.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like...
So, you're fighting an enemy wizard army.
Literally!
Oof. I am so sorry.
I'm just like, thanks, game. I wasted my turn.
So, pending a council veto, here's Morgan Gwynn's general idea backstory. Basically, he runs in with a shadow in his youth while dicking around with two friends, and both die. The guild haunts him forever. Now, if I really wanted to, I could go with an undead pact warlock, but that's leaning into the shadow thing. Now, a shadow's a D&D monster. Have you heard of it? It's a powerful spectral undead creature that's very much against human life in general. So, I feel like if I lean into the Undead Pact Warlock angle, that would be, like, bad end alternate universe Morgan. who just said, you know what, fuck it, life is fleeting and I'm going to make it fly.
So tell me
By
again
killing everyone I meet.
Tell me again why you want to play and join me in Stellaris.
Are we really doing this right now?
No.
Are we going to argue like an old married couple?
Yes. Maybe.
Are you sure?
No, what I mean by that is based on the amount, like, I could see you going all in on that Empire customization.
Yeah, I could see me doing that too, my dude. I don't have a reason. I just haven't played Stellaris yet. Probably will be a while. Who knows?
Like, never think I'm gonna be like, pressure.
You're doing that right now. But
Yes,
I accept. So if I did want to go with an illusion specialty character, the obvious choice is the wizard, and the wizard gets a lot of really cool spells. But I wonder how it would work out as a cleric. I usually don't like clerics because of the fluff. Unless I'm building a cleric, but I'm not building a cleric, I'm building an illusionist. Oh, bard! That's something I hadn't thought about yet. I like to pump any given Morgan Quinn build. I like to pump his intimidation a lot, because in my mind, he's scary, or at least creepy. He's very goth. He's got major Snape vibes, combined with major Indiana Jones vibes, combined with vibes from a character that you don't know, that I wish you did.
I'm like gearing up to put fail 30 on the board, because I've already fucked up.
He is a tricketurge, a fool, a monster.
Gates can like save the day and just kill as many as possible. And you got a bad well. My luck has been shit all night teaching.
I'm really not feeling the bard either. I'm almost definitely going with the wizard. But I feel it necessary to bear out all my options. Now as to what kind of wizard, if I'm not gonna make it to level 14, it would probably be worth it to pick a non-illusionist type. Isn't that something? So what you would get in early levels for being an illusionist wizard is you could make a sound and an image at the same time with minor illusion. And when you hit level 6, you can reshape an illusion you have using your action. That is ignoring everything from level 10 onward.
Oh, sorry, I nearly had to restart.
Whew. I'm glad you didn't have to restart.
I'm glad too. It's a little too early.
Yeah. Illusion here is up against some really powerful early level stuff. Do you know what Conjuration can do?
No.
You can conjure an inanimate object. If you can think of an inanimate object, you can fucking conjure it. As long as it's no bigger than 3 feet in any one dimension. And it weighs less than 10 pounds.
Yes. I thought I experimented.
And you don't mind it glowing a lot.
Oh, the glowing thing. That's mild inconvenience.
And when you hit level 6 in the Conjuration School, you gain a teleport. You can do it once before you finish a long rest, but every time you teleport, other than by using this ability, it recharges itself. In fact, any Conjuration spell will recharge it, so there are also attacks and various other neat things you can do. Although, I don't want to encourage myself to cast a bunch of Conjurations. I'd like to
You
focus.
seem to be doing that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, think about it.
There isn't, but it's not exactly Morgan Glynnish. He likes to trick first, shoot fireballs later.
But you brought the teleport thing repeatedly. You know what came to mind was Cecil Stedman from Invincible.
What comes to mind for me is a Conjuration Wizard I've already played, who turned out to be extremely good at just generally screwing the enemy over by teleporting around. Not to mention, if you give the Illusionist the ability to teleport, you're suddenly doing some really interesting bullshit.
True. Spells literally too important.
So, if I went with the Abjuration school, I would basically be increasing my hit die to the fighter's hit die.
That's actually pretty decent.
It works thusly. Arcane Ward is something you get when you play an Abjuration Wizard, and I don't remember the exacts of why I say that it's like being a fighter that can cast like a wizard. You don't get any of the features of the fighter, you get the hit die. You get hit points as if you add up your Arcane Ward and your hit. I'm gonna start this sentence over because it didn't work out the first time.
So I was seeing a lot of missing textures, TJ.
Yeah, a whole lot of modem dial-up sounds. Right, so when you play an Abjuration Wizard, you get an Arcane Ward that's got a set number of hit points that's calculated based on certain things, and it improves as you grow. And the number of hit points you get from it, if you add those to your real hit points, and the way Arcane Ward works is a little funny. If you add the hit points from the ward to your regular hit points, presuming you never cast an Abjuration spell, you get really close to what hit points you would have if your hit die was a D10 and not a D6. I think. So, it's double your wizard level and add your intelligence modifier. Add those two numbers together, you get your ward. At first level, which is probably how I calculated that, which is why it would be so skewed. At first level, then, if you assume that Morgan would have a 3 intelligence, that's an extra 5 hit points. Say he has a con of 14. As a wizard, that's 1d6, so first level 6, plus the 2 from his modifier gives him 8 hit points. If he went Abjuration School, he'd have 13 hit points. Do you know how many hit points he would have as a fighter? 12.
So he actually gets some in that game.
Only at first level. The fighter will outpace him. But... oh hell. Right, hold on. So the fighter's got a d10 hit die, and the wizard's got a d6 hit die, and you take half, and then you add 1 of the maximum to get the roll that you use for how many hit points you get when you level up. Fighters get 6 plus con. Wizards get 4 plus con. So, actually, yeah, he'd have 1 more hit point than an equal fighter. If you took the same stats and made a fighter out of him, he would have more hit points if you add his Arcane Ward to his hit points as an Abjuration Wizard. So yeah, Abjuration Wizards are low-key really good.
So it's in shock and awe of Canas going off and then not leveling strength.
Oh, and if you do cast Abjuration spells at any point, they're rare, they're not really all that good. There's a few key standout Abjuration spells. I'm not sure I'd take them with Morgan, I don't know. But if you do cast an Abjuration spell, it adds hit points to the ward, and can recharge it up to full at most. So, it has hit points equal to double wizard level plus int. When you take damage, the ward takes the damage instead. If this damage reduces the ward to 0 hit points, you take any remaining damage. While the ward has 0 hit points, you can recharge it. And double the level of whatever abjuration spells you cast and add them to the number of hit points the ward has. I think that your resistances don't apply to the ward, so if you gain any anyhow, the ward can't use them. I suspect that's how it works, I'm not sure. It also takes place before all other damage-reducing effects, too. Except maybe temporary hit points, I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah.
Please don't get hit by those.
It's basically just a bundle of extra hit points for your wizard. And that's meaningful as hell.
It is. I mean, think about it. Between the armor restrictions and all that, and not to mention the already low at base HP growth.
1d6 versus 1d6 plus an extra 2 every level.
Well, yeah,
and
I mean,
a bundle at first level.
It adds up. Oh shit, you double.
It's literally an extra 2 hit points every level is increasing your die gauge 2 times on your hit dice. It's taking the tough feat. Oh, god damn it, the hit.
This just got scary. Oh my god, this just got scary.
Oh, you are in trouble.
I think that other Valkyrie only has staves, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, okay, it's gonna try and berserk my assassin. That better not hit.
Did that just hit?
That just hit. Good thing I have a resource.
Are you in trouble?
Oh, it means I can't heal.
Oof.
Because now I have to fucking restore. Because the assassin can one-hit KO people, so I can't. Look at those stats. He'll fucking kill the rest of my army. I just don't like the idea of dealing with 2 of them. Especially with shoddy shit hit rates. Like, I mean, I guess this is safe.
Shit rates.
Literal shit rates. You're damn right. I mean, I could go for the Killer Axe and just pray a 72 crit rolls in my favor. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I mean, we did
Divination school wizards can be pretty powerful as well. You know what Portent does, right?
I do not, actually.
When they hit level 2 and pick Divination, a Divination wizard gets Portent. In the morning, they roll 2d20s. Anytime during their day, they can take one roll that someone would have done and say, no, don't roll, you get this. If you roll a natural 20, you can just give it to yourself at a critical moment. Roll a natural 1, give it to somebody you don't like, make them fail a save against a spell you cast.
Oh my gosh, that's so dirty. That literally, all that comes to mind is I thought about the concept of a literal math magician.
Oh yeah, if I ever play an Arithmancer, they're gonna be a Divinationist.
Okay, you need to take fright. They all need healing. This is part of the map that gets ugly.
Enchanters can use their Hypnotic Gaze ability a lot. Unlike a lot of the other classes, it's basically got no usage restrictions other than you can't use it on the same creature over and over again. Yeah, instead of you can't use this feature again until you finish an X, Y, or Z rest, or you can use this feature X number of times per rest, what it says is, you can't use this feature on that creature again until you finish a long rest. So you can potentially use it against, say, for example, every fucking thing you come across. And the ability itself is fairly good. You give it a wisdom save, and if they fail, you have advantage on all social checks against them. And their speed drops to 0, and they are incapacitated, which is a very serious condition. And, quote, visibly dazed, so their friends know you're doing something to them. But incapacitated is super powerful. It's literally save or suck against pretty much anything you want. But here's the big drawback. You have to be in melee range of them. I swear to God, I'm definitely gonna kill myself. I really want to kill myself. I don't want to fucking hiccup anymore.
Hiccups are yuck. Maybe not bad if you have something to drink, because usually if you take a big enough gulp and purposefully, like one of the gulps where you know what I mean.
Trying
it. A big sip. You can at least force a burp. Usually that does it. At least for me. Results may vary. Okay, we can probably still die here. As long as luck plays out, hopefully we live another turn and can actually like do something about our bears and our healing.
I'm sorry about that incredible freak out, by the way.
You are gravy.
So yeah, illusion wizards get an extra cantrip.
Which is always useful.
They get their minor illusion upgraded, and they gain a bonus cantrip on the top of it. Or if they didn't already have minor illusion, they get minor illusion. But if you're playing an illusionist, you probably wanted to pick minor illusion, and they thought of that. Quote, the cantrip doesn't count against your number of cantrips known, so it's really just like +1 total cantrips to your character.
By the way, TG, this is why I like having units that have high HP. Luna Druids. They go through resistance, they do their exact damage, and the magic they're using, for some odd reason, was decidedly made extremely fucking accurate. So they have nearly a coin flip, even when I have terrain advantage and a support working in my favor. Now the monks. Monks are toddler toot sauce. Light magic is notoriously shit in GBA Fire Emblem.
Oof. So one thing I really like, actually before I say this, I'm going to preface this with this. Just because you picked a particular school for your wizard does not mean that's the spells they focus on. And just because you picked that school, that does not mean that in the actual lore of your character, that's their wizard school. You're not a transmutation wizard just because you pick transmutation school. You can reflavor that if you don't like it. Anyway.
I got you.
Yeah. So transmutation is interesting, but I don't really see the low-level ability for Morgan.
I'm really in trouble.
Ooh. Oh, I'm looking.
That could have been bad, but Harkin could still die.
You lived. You survived?
No, that's all I'm worried about. I'm worried about people going after him.
Ooh.
There's a sage who I'm pretty sure hasn't moved yet that can kill him in one hit at range, I'm pretty sure.
God, there's a lot of fucking wizards in range to kill your dude!
No! 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 That is unfortunate. Fail 30, welcome. Thanks, Harkin.
I won't apologize for distracting you.
There's nothing that could have been done. The deed was done the moment I hit end turn. And, yeah, that's God and Destiny. It giveth and it taketh away. You get, like, the best save, or one of the best saves in the game here, in Emblem. It's just unfortunate, but I now have to restart this map for, I believe, the 5th time.
I'm so sorry.
It's, again, not your fault. Nothing you could have done about it. RNG was already set in stone the moment I ended turn, and I knew what I did when I did it. I did not focus my healing. But I have a good strat. I like what I'm doing. Like, I didn't feel like I made any really... Actually, no, I don't. I want to
Book up, lads! We'll get them next time.
I think I want to bring a dance.
Wow, that was a really bad impression of the demo, man. I'm very sorry for that.
Mildly upset.
Gracing your ears. Ooh.
Okay.
So, transmutation is not the last wizard subclass, but this is what it can do at level 2. You can turn wood, stone, iron, copper, or silver into each other. It's non-permanent, but the classic example is you can take a, say, wood support beam and turn it into maybe like sandstone and kick it out. Or you could take an iron strut and turn it into a wooden one and watch it break. You can do serious damage to your enemies' emplacements that way. Or, alternatively, you could take cheap wooden bolts and turn them into silver bolts, which is, you know... Werewolves don't like that. The trick with the transmuter is they get several abilities that do a lot of different, really minor things, and you never know when one of those minor things could become really important. But being able to turn someone's steel sword into a silver sword whenever you want is very powerful if you're fighting werewolves and vampires and shit. Anything with a holy weapon problem.
Alright, we're trying again. And I have better strats in mind. Like a first turn bear on both calves using the dance. Now watch us get a worse level up. Thanks, Orange Jesus.
I found a wizard subclass breakdown to help me find the other ones. So blade singing's not really fitting with Morgan at all. And I really don't feel gravity or time magic. I am interested in having a look at the Order of the Scribes, but I don't think that's gonna fit. But the other one I wanted to see was War Magic. I'm really interested in that. War Magic is, good at initiative, sort of halfway between an Evoker and an Abjurationist. Evokers are obvious. You know what Evokers do. They're the wizard that shoots fire. That's what they like to do. War Magic, though, gets, like, wacky... I can cast a lesser version of the shield spell whenever the fuck I want abilities, and they get intelligence to initiative at some point, which lets them act sooner in combat, and that's really quite powerful. But I'd have to have a look at it to see how I feel about it. And especially see how I feel about giving up. Oh, the horse cart man that used to be a tent. I love him.
He's awesome. I've used him as bait on a few chapters, but...
That's risky.
Well, if he dies, he comes back for the next map anyway. He just flees. He just doesn't level up. And enemies love going after him because he won't counterattack.
And also because he's of significant strategic importance, of course.
Well, I mean, usually I bring enough weapons on my
that
people.
Did not do fucking anything.
No, he's one of the few units that can take a hit, albeit the enemy is unpromoted, and Luna still hurts.
Fucking sucked it! Wow. That dude was not as good at black magic as Canis.
Canis is not the strongest black magic user on this map, unfortunately. There's enemy druids that will do him in.
Oof.
Like, they have Luna,
like
they'll...
black to black?
Like, yes, like, they will one-hit KO him at his current health with Luna.
Way to cast the vampirism spell at full health like an idiot.
I know. But at least it means they don't have to attack him on player phase. Now I'm gonna have to use the vampirism spell.
God, he's so fast.
I mean, he got more speed than he usually gets. But he leveled up like next to nothing in magic. Where's the potency?
I don't know, it's pretty fucking potent to double your damage against your fucking enemy.
Okay, but you're gonna see... Remember that phrase.
But yeah, when the fast people come to take you down, not having the magic is gonna really hurt you, I know. Hey, Harkin, can you do everyone a favor and survive, please?
To be fair, I should've killed him, but...
Wow, what was that fucking lady gonna do? Heal you to death? Jesus.
That was a waste of a hand axe use, too.
Remember how much we like Geats.
Oh, Geats is fucking amazing. Him and Dart are... I feel like they've been carrying the run on their backs. Like them and my paladins. Oh, that's
God forbid you lose these fucking people. What did... Oh my god. Oh my god, that woman.
I could do that. Go for a restore.
Okay, so here we go. Tactical Wit, Arcane Deflection. More Magic is in Xanathar, so... Table of Contents, Wizard, War Magic 59.
He's in the way.
Wizard... War Magic. Yeah. You get both the Mini Shield spell and the Tactical Wit ability at low level, at 2nd level. It's a real front-loaded class. It gets multiple 2nd level abilities because it does not have easily learning your own school's spells like other classes have. Which, frankly, good on it. Those abilities are not always that useful because you tend, if you're an illusionist, to want to have illusions, and then you pick an illusion to learn when you level up.
Mental math in my mind. Take away 14, you will hit for 17 points. Okay, because 5 1 hit from each, but not both.
So Arcane Deflection, +2 bonus to your AC against that attack, or +4 bonus to that saving throw that you use it on. Just one attack or save that you are hit by or fail. And then you can only cast cantrips until the end of your next turn, so it's very similar to casting a spell. It's a little wonky on you. Tactical Wit, intelligence modifier directly into your initiative. Very cool. Definitely thinking about it. War Magic, that doesn't fit Morgan Quinn, but those abilities, sure, it would be fine. I could see a way to flavor Arcane Deflection. As, you know, when Jimmy lost his outline.
Yeah, when
Same-
Jimmy
same thing.
Eddie ate the moon, yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Rolf has many doors.
Just delete your own outline so people have trouble telling where you end and the background begins.
Exactly.
+2 AC, right there. And then, of course, Tactical Wit doesn't even look like anything, so I don't have to reflavor it. I just act more quickly. It works because Morgan spent a long time as a loner raiding old temples for magical resources to learn from. Indiana Jones component.
I feel like this turn's really fucking safe. But you gotta have a fucking Indiana Jones component. What makes him a wild card?
At level 6, you can store a number of power surges equal to your intelligence modifier, but at least one. You start with one. Whenever you successfully end a spell with a spell magic or counterspell, you get one. So you steal magic from other people. Once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature or object with a wizard spell, you can blow a power surge to deal half your wizard level in extra force damage.
Not bad.
It's fine. I don't really care about that. I'm mostly interested in the 2nd and 6th level features. And to be fair, the Illusionist Wizard has good 2nd and 6th level features. I like being able to do both effects of Minor Illusion with one casting. It's very cool. And with Malleable Illusions, if you cast an illusion spell that lasts at least a minute, with your action, you can, quote, change the nature of that illusion. Just as if you cast it again, provided that you can see it. That applies to some really crazy shit later on. Like one illusion spell with an extremely long range that changes the local terrain around.
You have to heal. Don't die!
You can just delete a mountain. Not like a whole mountain. You can delete terrain features and say, no, world edit, set 0.
Alright,
Also, there's a lake here now, fuck you. I don't remember if it's that fine-grained, that particular spell, but it's quite powerful.
So
I
much
think
for
it's
being able to
Mirage
heal.
Arcane I'm thinking of. Oh shit! What does the swirly mean?
So the red thing is Berserk, which means if I do not restore, at the end of my phase, he will randomly attack one of my people, or enemy, whatever is closer and weaker and more vulnerable. Most likely kill them. He has a killer bow.
Will
He has a killer
On
bow!
his own?
Yes! And he has a killer bow and a brave bow in his inventory. He will quad some of my team.
Oof.
So I do have strats for this as well. Can reach from here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Oh my
these
god,
mages
that's
really
genius!
don't give a fuck.
Holy
These
shit.
mages really are just cheating. They can just be miles away from you and
Yeah.
fuck with you.
But I can do this for one.
That's a heal spell. I remember. Got him!
Then, no, I'm not done yet. He's not done yet either. We'll give him a little pep talk. I forgot to turn her animations off. She has a long animation, which is the only reason. Because dancers, everyone. And then we can,
That's blatantly bullshit. That's incredible that you're allowed to do that.
and now that we've successfully arisen the Geats, we can now
Rise.
kill.
Chicken.
We can definitely now kill.
Chicken. Arise.
And I don't have to worry
That's
about Dart dying. Because he's just gonna go on a hand axe detail next round to me things.
Is he now? Ooh.
Dude, that guy throws a hand axe that that would make Kung Lao proud, you know what I mean? Like, that hand axe going places. Whatever it hits probably dies. Now just
Delete.
wait till I get
Tree.
the Tomahawk.
Delete. Person?
Tomahawk will be delete person. And that axe,
Powerful axe, boy.
I only get fucking 2 uses out of it. Or not 2,
I
I only
hate
get...
all 3 of those haughty mages.
Kunosh shouldn't die, hopefully. Wow, they actually did decent. I was expecting death here. Good job, Sane. Pat yourself on the back, you didn't die. Where's the shirtless guy at? Okay, I do need to pick up a pace. He will ruin the village, and I need that staff. That staff's gonna allow me to, like, win at life. Actually, how much does a halberd do? That hits hit as shit. Sane, why are you so slow? I mean that physically, not that. It's you sharp. Alright, there we go. Or do I risk? No, I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. We need to play this safe. By risking it for the biscuit. Fuck, I actually can't. The shaman scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, I actually like this strat. We might live. What do you think, TG?
I went back to looking at D&D character options.
No worries.
What did I miss?
Oh, we're back to enemy phase. We've done preparations to see if we might live. We're getting ready to face Valkyries up north, too, and they are some of the fastest enemies on the map.
Here we fucking go.
Like, I'm not worried about Kanos. He's a little low on HP, but he'll live. And worst comes to worst, I have a Nosferatu Tomb on him, or Tome on him, and I will be having Wyvern reinforcements to deal with, so he can feast.
Suck 'em dry?
Literally, yeah. He makes for an excellent tank doing that strat. I mean, he fails to do it.
14. God, is he just really good at resisting enemy magic, or is he
Yes.
like an elite troop?
So he is promoted. He joined as a shaman back in chapter 17X. It is now chapter 28. And through that time span, I leveled him up like twice, maybe 3 times. Then I promoted him to Druid, and then he ate 8 levels. His primary goal isn't even damage dealing, it's because I have an A rank with him in staves, and he makes for an excellent stave user due to having higher magic. So he can make use of sleep and the physic and shit like that almost as good as Pen. And Pen's the sage that annihilated the Fool of Thunder a while back.
Level up.
And it's bad!
Yeah.
Like, it's defensive, but that's meh. I wanted a magic. He has a 60% growth. Come on, game.
That's a little bit better than heads or tails, call it. Come on, give the game a break.
Like, no, I'll put it to you this way. Usually, he turns out decent enough to solo Fire Dragon. Granted, it's with Luna, and Luna's broken as fuck. Like, Luna makes every situation scary unless you're the one using it. It hurts. You can't guard against it at all. And unless you have supports, it usually has an innate crit chance. Like that. That's now frightening.
Huh?
This might be fail
Kent's
31.
Injured.
Yeah, he took a Luna. He took 2 Luna hits. And if that Valkyrie doesn't use sleep, we're restarting the map.
I really don't think they will. Wouldn't they just want to kill him when he's that low?
They probably will, but I would rather not jinx it.
I don't know. You might be adding fails 31 to this one. Hope not. Oh, you jerk. Keh, bitch.
That was a lucky miss. Hey!
The fuck?
That's actually bad too, though. Please don't hit.
Handing out naps.
That was a really bad nap to take. That was my healing! This is...
Well, too bad.
This is
Can you
now...
cheat with your dancer? Or is your dancer mainly for re-empowering spent troops?
It's only spent troops.
Trash.
This is
But that's still
now
really
gotten
powerful.
hard.
I love that that character is just, who's your best person? Okay, cool. I'm the second one of that. Here you go.
Oh my god.
That's like, seriously.
Dude,
That's very powerful.
I'm not gonna
Why
lie,
are you
though.
giving up to have a dancer?
Another potential unit. I gave up another character I could
double
find.
your favorite unit. So?
Also,
Fuck
keep in mind that the
potential
dancer
units.
will fall behind. It has lower movement. But I really gotta
Oh, so
think.
you have to move your dude slower if you want there to be 2 of him. Kind of like having a Crits Greek medic, isn't it?
Fairly similar, yes. I need both of these to hit.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna have to do some ballsy healing with Pent in order to accomplish my goal, and Kanos needs to head back, and he doesn't have an elixir. Merlinus! Moved him out of range. You gotta be shitting me. I love this game. Okay, we gotta heal up Geets, who will die to another greeting.
Order of the Scribes Wizards. Apparently, and I'm quoting a resource that's non-canon, can copy 60 times as many spells in the same amount of time as other wizards. If you have the money for it. So that's neat.
God, I need a miracle. He only partially delivered. Alright, Gates, please don't let me down. Okay, now we gotta complete this chapter. You gotta speed level up.
Okay. I think Scribes is Tasha. I'm gonna pop the book open and look at Scribes.
That I might have just killed Dart with what I did. I mean, I hope I didn't. we got another...
Shit, brother, I hope you didn't either.
Shit! I don't know if Ninian can live. Wait, I'm level 11. I might actually dodge. Avoid 63. 6. 9 resistance and 20 HP. Oh, she's gonna get hit by bolting. She's gonna get hit by bolting. No. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, I'm an
Order
idiot.
of the Scribes.
Never mind, guys. We're A-okay. I packed Elixir on Sane.
Yeah, 2 minutes per level of a spell. If you get a spell, it takes you 2 minutes per spell level to copy it into your book. Same cost.
That actually isn't bad.
And you can awaken sentience in your spell book, and that's where I'm starting to not like this as much. Actually, that's what I thought it was, I just wanted to double check, but yes, most of it's awakening your spellbook to sentience. It makes your spellbook more powerful, obviously. I think I'm pretty much settled on having my boy be an illusionist. Just wanted to double check all the options available to see what I could do. And so with that, I need to check what level the campaign will be. Because I know what campaign I might want to use him in.
Level 10.
That would be really cool. That'd be lovely because I would get 3 of my subclass features, and Illusion's subclass features are generally pretty good.
Call it gold.
Illusory Self is definitely okay. It's better than not having it, for sure. I don't remember if I think it's particularly good. I'm gonna go double check and have a look at what it says. At level 10, Illusionist Wizards can use their reaction to interpose an illusory duplicate of themselves between the attacker and themselves. The attack automatically misses them, then the illusion dissipates. You have to finish a short rest every time you want to do it, but it's a get-out-of-jail-free card approximately 2 times every day. Just ignore an attack that would have otherwise hit you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that might be more powerful than the Abjuration Wizard's Ward.
That's pretty damn powerful.
You can just say, nope, doesn't count, didn't hit me.
You
Clothes don't
literally
count.
get to be a Basil Hawkins twice. Okay,
Just
that's...
be somewhere else when they think you're somewhere. It's after image. It's Dragon Ball Z-ass after images. You just activate your wild sense using 3 blast stocks.
Well, I mean, unless you're Nom, and then it's another blast stock. That's why Nom's so fucking busted. Sure,
I
he can't
fucking
fly.
love low-cost wild sense. You know what else I like? Playing as androids.
It depends upon the androids.
Especially 18.
18's fun.
18 was stupid good in Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
She got a little nerfed in 3. But,
Yeah?
you know...
What did they change about her?
So, like, Infinity Bullets got nerfed to shit because they changed
Because it
how...
was stupidly powerful?
Well, all of those were. Any of those, like, fucking, any of those moves that were, like, okay, good. Multi, like, beam moves, like the arrays, or the finger blitz barrages, or trap shooters,
Yeah,
shit like
all
that.
of those moves were extremely strong.
So all of those had their tracking removed. So they usually just scatter, so it got a damage reduction there.
I remember in Budokai Tenkaichi 2, they would literally just every individual attack would chase. And if you dodged one, that did not mean you dodged the others. Would that be true with this one?
In Tenkaichi 3, if you dodge one, for most part, you dodge the others. Unless they're within the initial spread.
That's a lot more fair.
The tracking on those was removed, and some of the moves and their animations were redone, such as Krillin's expanding energy blast.
Hellzone Grenade.
Yeah, but it made
Such a good name
it
for a move.
nerfed Hellzone Grenade so badly.
I'm sorry, Piccolo. You're my best friend, Piccolo. I love you.
But otherwise, 18's good. As for the like androids and the mecha people, the one I used to give a lot of flack back in the day, but who's actually pretty decent, is Mecha Cooler. Because Mecha Cooler's moveset is poop, but he can pull a Yajirobe and restore his health. If you have Blastox, he can
that's a dick move right there. Restore your own health, constantly gaining energy, and just fucking physically, with regular attacks, beat the fucking shit out of your opponent and never let them get a word in edgewise.
Literally.
See, that's what made 18 so fun. That's a very effective strategy, especially if you can pull it off. Just never let your opponent do anything and keep on beating them up. But with 18, if you either A, got bored of that, or, God forbid, B, screwed it up, then you could just switch to shooting infinity bullets forever.
And now it's a little harder, but for the most part, it's not that hard.
It's just the same thing, but a little more fair.
Well, yeah. But when it came to androids, like, I liked playing Super 17, which might sound cliche, but he had the best of both worlds. He was like the perfect android because he gained energy over time, like 18 and normal 17 and 13 in them, but he could also absorb enemies' energy attacks.
You don't need both.
But you had both. Do you know how nice it is to never have to block a Kamehameha?
What do you mean by absorb? You mean like with the android barrier, or do you mean like take them and have energy from them? Like
if you're
20?
playing as Super 17, if you hold the block button and wiggle the analog stick back and forth, he'll stick out his arms just like in GT and literally absorb whatever key attack it was and add it to
Could you do that in Tenkaichi 2?
You might have. I can't remember. But it's always something neato.
I'm looking that shit up. Yeah! No, you could do that in Tenkaichi... Nope, that's 3. Hold on. Yeah, I think you can do that in Budokai Tenkaichi. I never knew that, and there's a very good chance I'm just gonna go pull that game out and start playing it, just to be Super 17 and absorb some shit.
Because think about it, Super 17 also
Big
has...
Bang Kamehameha Wave. Pretty sure you can absorb that, is what was said on that forum thread.
I'm pretty sure you can too. And look at like this. So his moveset isn't exact. I mean, it's not the best, but it's kind of fun because yeah, disregard the energy wave. He has one where he takes out his arm and it's a machine gun, and you just mow the enemy down. And then like the fucking electric death sphere.
Whoop. You know what my favorite Kamehameha is? Super Saiyan 4 Goku's times 10 Kamehameha Wave, because it is red.
I like it too, to be fair. And it is also because it is red.
Because it is red.
It looks so cool in Tenkaichi 3 too.
Garlic Gun is cool. If it had a better name, I'd like it more.
Yeah, they really should have just kept calling it Garlic Gun.
Masenko is my least favorite wave.
I can appreciate Masenko because...
I love it because I love Gohan and I love Piccolo.
It's a Gohan Piccolo bond beam. It's a Kamehameha that functions as a special beam cannon.
But it's yellow.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a Ki Blast.
Whoa, I mean...
It's just a Ki Blast wave.
Yeah, but it's a big Ki Blast wave.
Yeah, you're making my point for me, bud.
Okay, but think about for Kamehameha.
It's blue, it explodes on impact, and it's got a ball at the end?
Does it always explode on impact?
Fair.
Oh, it's hard. Because think about, like, honestly, you drive a fucking good point, because there really weren't a lot of, like, hero beams other than the Kamehameha, because, like, let's be honest...
Because everybody fucking learned it! Everybody stole the Kamehameha
literally,
from fucking
and
Roshi, poor guy.
the only fights that you had with, like, Tien and Chaozu, they never pulled back... I mean, yeah, Tien has, like, the key cannon,
Dodon,
that's not a blast, but they never reused the Dodon, right? The fucking Dodon Pa.
Honestly,
And that's a good guy
Tien
death beam.
fan. Giant Tien fan. I like the good guy death beam, even though it is yellow, because it's a beam. Yellow beam, to me, that's way different than yellow wave. Yellow wave looks way too much like a key blast, feels way too much like a basic key blast. Beams feel like you're shooting the enemy.
Calculated.
Yeah. In Frieza's case, directly into Vegeta's heart. Yes, calculated.
My favorite instance of the death beam, especially in Tenkaichi, is the fact that when Cell gets the death beam, or, you know, starts using it, he doesn't just, like, fire, you know, one or whatever. He'll just barrage the motherfucker. Just like, ah! He's like...
I got 10 fingers! I'm gonna shoot 10 death beams! Ah!
Literally.
Well, to be fair, Stage 1 Cell was a crazy mess.
Yes, he is. This is scary.
He really only did just get more suave about it as he leveled up. He never did lose any craziness.
Those soft-eating people.
Didn't have to eat people anymore.
You bring up a point there, partner.
Probably would have still eat people if it would have done nothing for him. But I don't think eating anyone would have helped Perfect Cell. So, with the Eldritch Adept feat, if you have the spellcasting feature, and I quote, you learn one Eldritch Invocation option of your choice from the Warlock class. If it has an invocation of any... If the invocation has a prerequisite of any kind, you can choose it only if you are a Warlock who meets that prerequisite. So you have to be a Warlock to take Eldritch Adept, unless it's a prerequisite-free invocation. And Misty Visions... Yes, I should have checked beforehand, before I was like, this is how I'll do my build this time, but, you know, whatever. If it doesn't work, I'll just work around it. Morgan Quinn worked without this one.
Works. We're going Suicide Squad tactics. We're gonna send Harkin Mary Diamond.
There it is! Misty Visions. You can cast Silent Image at will without expending a spell slot or material components. That's it! That's the whole thing. No prereqs. So a variant human can have that at level 1 before the dedicated Warlock gets it.
That's pretty strong, CG.
I mean, for an illusionist to be able to cast unlimited illusions, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna pull heroes this turn on the peak, and hopefully not kill too many non-sword enemies with my sword.
Boy, that's a big as shit axe. Boy, both of those dudes have big as shit axes.
So now...
Are they the same kind of dude? Or are they, like, one is promoted and one isn't? Or
no,
are they
okay, so they're both promoted, but different routes, so...
Got it.
Warriors...
Were they from the same base, dude?
No. Warriors
Gotcha.
come from fighters, and they can use bows later. Berserkers come from pirates, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I can fucking see that.
Question is, do I use a halberd and risk missing, or...
Halberd.
I mean,
That sounds way too much like the bird version of a halibut.
by the way, there's an example of Geats getting 4 hits in combat. Which
That's
is...
fucking delicious.
And it is, but I want to arm killer in the odd event I have to fight with a steel bow backup.
That's totally reasonable.
And I don't crit, which is awesome. Every time I don't crit with a killer bow, I feel like I just wasted doll hairs.
Boy, you are up against one hell of an army right now.
There's still more. Oh wait, female druid moved? No, that fucks up my plan! Oh no, she's really strong. Harkin might have to kill.
She's coming for you.
Go Hand Axe. We're gonna go Brave Axe next turn. And we're gonna get the fuck out. We're retreating.
Did you not just make a fucking giant mistake?
What, with Harkin?
Yeah.
I buried him. Although, I didn't mean to put him in, actually I did. I didn't mean to put him this close. I wanted these guys to get pulled, and they probably won't. Well, nothing you can do about it now, or I can do about it now. We'll just have to pray.
Nope. Yeah, looks like they're getting pulled to Harkin.
He won't kill, and they shouldn't double, and the other one shouldn't be able to move? I don't think he has 6... No, he can. Okay, these are the only guys that can hit him the hardest, and nobody should double. Now, Luna Druid should cast Sleep, because she has 1 use left. Everybody else should target Gates at close range, because he can't counter.
The fuck, why can't he counter?
Bows are 2 range only. You counter at close, out of low.
Got it.
Granted, he'll only absorb the monks, but that's enough, and I know for a fact that the Valkyrie does not have a tome on her. It's only stage.
Oh, she's about to get wasted. Really? Corner?
What? No, I have no range. Sword Reaver's 1 only.
Ah, so
only...
it is because she's in the corner.
Yeah, so only the Hand Axe functions as Hand Axe and Tomahawk, or 1 2-range axes in this game. That's
Wait, why did the bow counter?
because that's 2 range.
The corner.
Corner or 1 space away is 2 range. Up close is 1 range, and 2 spaces away is... Oh, shit!
That looked like a good level up. Never mind.
I didn't know he had a longbow! That is unfortunate. I could have won that run, too. It was looking good.
You're in trouble now.
No, now I have to restart. Yeah, it would have been money.
You know what the probably worst invocation in the game is? Thief of 5 Fates. You want to know what it does? You can cast Bane, that's a 1st level spell, once using a Warlock spell slot. You can't do so again until you finish a long rest. You know what Bane does? It gives them a save, or they stuck -1 to everything, basically. I think it's like -1d4.
I'm doing an outcut. On the real quick line.
Bane's not as good as another invocation.
Well, them's the breaks. My stupid failure breaks. So here's the deal. I'm probably gonna do another one tomorrow that's longer. And the big thing is I have a good strat, and I know we can do this. The only reason I'm cutting it is literally out of the prospect of it being late, and the fact I have work in the early AM, so... Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me fail and take a dump in my helmet twice. Had a real blast, but, you know, all good things must come to an end, like a Tootsie Pop, a Tootsie Roll, or a candy bar. So, by all means, catch ya later.